Is your business pootling along instead of firing on all cylinders? Are you feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated? Do your dreams of financial freedom feel a long way off? Then this is the podcast for you. Little Voice, Big Business with your host, Nadia.
Hello and welcome to Little Voice, Big Business with me, Nadia. Today I want to talk to you about visibility. We're going to be getting more visible than my knickers on a bad clothes day. More visible than a stripper's nips. Can't believe I said that. No, I'm not talking about getting naked. Instead, I'm talking about getting visible in our businesses. I know what it's like to make stuff, to sit at home, crafting my website, making some amazing social media images, writing books, recording podcasts, obviously, seeing as that's what I'm doing now. And then when I'm finished, I need to put them out into the world and tell people about them. Hello. And this is where we stumble. It's actually, for many of us, putting our work out there makes us vulnerable. You know, we're asking people what they think. We're inviting comments. We're inviting people to critique our work, potentially. Some people will hire us and some people will hate us. But putting yourself out into the real world and being visible is the only way to grow your business. It's very unlikely that if you create a secret business where you sit at home with the curtains drawn, hiding under a blanket, that you will get discovered and that opportunities will come your way. I'm pretty sure that is not going to happen. Visibility is the only way forward, essentially, if you want to grow your business. And yet, for many of us, it's very scary. For me too. I used to hide behind my business. I used to create a brand and be essentially invisible. I would have a small photo on my about page and then I would sort of hide and just kind of hope that things would fall in my lap. It was a slow process, as you can imagine. And since I've made the decision to be more visible, mainly through creating a personal brand rather than a brand which I can hide behind, like a little kid who's scared of the dark, I'm putting myself out there and actually things are starting to happen. And obviously through this podcast, I'm talking to you, my people, about my work, sharing my point of view. And okay, I'm inviting comments and I'm vulnerable in some ways. Some people are going to like what I do and find it interesting, and other people are going to think that I'm an idiot and that I don't know what I'm talking about. And you know what? That's actually fine. So I think before we get visible, it's time to put on our big girl knickers and some kind of magical body cream which gives us thick skin. And we're going to take a step each day to put ourselves out there. And actually, over in the Actionista Academy, my inner circle, we are holding a visibility challenge, and each day I'm encouraging people to do one thing to become more visible. #HearMeRoar. And it's interesting that when encouraged, people are keen to do it, but however, left to their own devices, not so much. So what can this visibility encompass? Well, it doesn't necessarily mean getting naked. It doesn't mean you have to do videos if you don't want to. It doesn't mean doing anything that you don't want to do. In fact, may I suggest that each of us has a medium, if you like, something that we enjoy doing. And that's absolutely fine. If you like writing, write some blogs. If you like talking, make a podcast. If you like being on camera, do some Instagram or make a video even. Do the thing that you enjoy doing and do it consistently. Do a little bit each day. The more you are seen to be enjoying what you do, and the more you're seen to be good at what you do, by sharing your successes, having a point of view, and be seen to be busy, people are going to start to respect you. R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, take F-T-C-T. Let's assume that nobody really knows you beyond your inner circle, i.e. your family, your friends, and your pets. They don't know you from Adam, they've got no idea what you do for a living, and they don't know why they should care. So it's up to you to make yourself more visible, to be seen by the right people. And by the right people, I mean your potential customers and clients. The first thing we're going to do is understand who those people are and where they're hanging out. I really don't see the point in being visible in the wrong places. So if your customers would not be caught dead using LinkedIn, there's really no point in you putting any effort into being on LinkedIn. It'd be a big waste of time. First of all, let's get to know your people and where they are and where they would most expect to see you. Next, we're going to craft your core message. This is the thing that you want to be famous for, whether it's a view of the world, an opinion, a methodology, a way of working, or a niche. We need to decide what the core message is, the thing that you want people to understand when they engage with you. So I've thought of an example. Let's say I'm a dog groomer. I don't just do any grooming of any dogs. I am one of those people that paints dogs in different colours and kind of creates a work of art. A work of art on dogs. And that's my speciality. I do it for competitions, but I also do it for, say, pop stars and fashion-conscious dog owners. So this is going to inform, well, the nature of what I do means it's very visual, and therefore is well suited to certain social media. It also means that my target audience would expect to see me in particular places. So for now, I'm going to focus on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I'd like to do Periscope at some point, but I don't have time just yet. So I've decided that I want to be famous for dyeing dogs different colours, and I want to get noticed by fashion-conscious individuals. What I'm going to do is take consistent action on these platforms to be seen. I'm going to commit to posting photos on Instagram every day of my workshop and also of relevant dog accessories that I like and have seen that I think that my potential audience will be interested in. I'm also going to create some boards on Pinterest, recreating specific looks for dogs. And also I'm going to build a community on Facebook for people who like dyeing dogs and having their dogs styled. Now, it's all very well rushing into it for a week, waving my arms around with enthusiasm, like, I'm going to be everywhere, man. I'm going to be all over this social media malarkey. I'm going to be seen and visible and everyone will know who I am. If I do that with huge enthusiasm, that would be awesome. But if it's not sustainable, then you're going to peak and then drop off the face of the earth very quickly. And I see this happen a lot. So I would much rather that you take a more considered approach and you schedule in your posts to make sure that they're consistent and that they're regular. And that's the key with visibility, is ensuring that you're being seen often, not just everywhere for 5 minutes. It's about being active, taking action, sharing, connecting and building community amongst your people all the time. I want you to commit to doing some things on a regular basis. It's not necessarily about scaring the pants off you. It's not that kind of visibility. It's about doing things that you enjoy and feeling comfortable doing those things and doing them often and consistently. So if you write a blog about dying dogs, you would hopefully publish one piece a week. You would be sending tweets, you would be posting to Instagram once a day, and you would also be on Facebook a little bit each day. Do not disappear off the face of the earth. You will be instantly forgettable, and we don't want that. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with a huge amount of work to do. Little and often is the key. The other important aspect is authenticity. I think it's a good idea to be open and honest about the way you work. I'm not saying warts and all necessarily, but injecting some humour if you're a funny kind of a person, some personality, and being you, essentially. People want to get to know you. And then when you're out there, online, chatting to people, you're being yourself and they're able to connect with you, and that's the most important thing. People connect with people. They want to get to know you and your work, your opinions, and then they're going to be more likely to hire you to dye their dog, for example. I know it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, this idea of putting ourselves out there on show, out in the open for people to see us, and it's exposing and it can make us feel a bit vulnerable. But if you went into running a business because you wanted to stay closeted away and not chat to anyone or engage with anyone, then you're in the wrong job. The success of your business will come down to how visible you are and how much people are able to see you and engage with you, communicate with you, and eventually hire you. So I encourage you all to do something visible today and tomorrow and the day after. A little something each day will push you in the right direction. Good luck, and let me know how you get on.
Does your business feel like an expensive hobby? Are you waiting for the clients to fall from the sky? Are you feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated? It's time to ramp it up. The Actionista Academy is the most action-focused inner circle for female solopreneurs. It's guaranteed to get you moving. With group calls, one-to-one support, a classroom-sized private Facebook group, templates, tools, and weekly accountability, you'll get unstuck in no time. And at just $67 per month, the Actionista Academy is perfectly affordable. Yes! 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 For details of how to sign up, visit nadiafiner.com. Little voice, big business.